Hello dear student, today we are going to discuss exam style question of chapter 3. In this chapter we are discussing the question of kinetic theory of gases. The question first is here: a body X whose temperature is 0 degree centigrade is brought into thermal contact with the body Y of equal mass m and temperature 100 degrees centigrade. The only exchange of heat take place are between X and Y, that is, there is no loss of heat in any other form. The specific heat capacity of X is greater than that of Y. Which statement about the final equilibrium temperature T of the two bodies is correct? Okay, here we are considering two bodies in thermal contact. First is body X. First is body X and other is body Y. These are in thermal contact with each other. The temperature of X is 0 degree centigrade and the temperature of Y is 100 degree centigrade. This body is basically Y. The heat flows from Y to X because Y is at higher temperature. The specific heat capacity of X is Cx and Y is Cy. Specific heat capacities of X and Y are Cx and Cy. Okay, and masses of both bodies are equal. We want to calculate the equilibrium temperature in this case. Initially it is given that Tx equal to 0 degree centigrade, 0 degree, and Ty equal to 100 degree centigrade. Let the mass of X and Y be m, that is mx equal to my equal to capital M. Okay, we will use here the principle of calorimetry or conservation of heat, that is heat given by Y will be equal to heat taken by X. Heat taken by X, or we can write M multiply by Cy multiply by 100 minus T will be equal to M multiply by Cx multiply by T minus 0, where T is the equilibrium temperature. The equilibrium temperature is T. Equilibrium temperature is T. Okay, we can simplify it as 100 Cy minus Cy multiply by T will be equal to Tx multiply by T. Okay, or we can write Cy multiply by 100 will be equal to Txt plus Cy T. Hence, we can write T will be equal to Cy into 100 divided by Cy plus Tx. Since it is given that Cx is greater than Cy, implies that Cy plus Tx will be greater than Y. So Cy, or we can write temperature will be less than 50 degrees. Hence, the temperature will lie between 0 and 50 degrees. Or we can say that temperature, final temperature or equilibrium temperature will be greater than 0 degree and less than 50 degree. Therefore, the correct option is B. The second question is here. In this question, it is given that energy is provided to a liquid at its boiling point at the rate of P joule per second. The rate at which mass is boiling away is mu kg per second. The specific latent heat of vaporization of the liquid is. We want to calculate the latent heat of vaporization. At boiling point, the temperature of the liquid remain constant. The energy supply to the liquid will be used to vaporize the liquid. Latent heat is L. Then we can write L will be equal to rate of energy transfer to the liquid upon rate of conversion of liquid into vapor, rate of conversion of mass, rate of conversion of mass. Okay, here rate of energy transfer is given as P joule per second and rate of conversion of mass is given as Q mu kg per second. On putting these values, we can write L will be equal to P upon Q. And the correct answer is answer B. Answer B is correct option. The next question is here. The following are all assumptions of the kinetic theory of gases except which? The duration of collision is very small compared to the time in between collision. This is basically the correct assumptions of the kinetic theory of gases. The collision are perfectly elastic. Another statement is also correct. The average kinetic energy of molecule is proportional to the temperature. This is not the basically assumptions of the kinetic theory of gases. These expressions come out after taking all other assumptions of kinetic theory of gases. Hence the correct answer will be answer C. Question number 4. In the context of a fixed mass of an ideal gas, the graph could represent the variation of pressure with volume and temperature. Since we know that for a ideal gas having fixed mass, for an ideal gas having fixed mass, if m is constant, m is constant, if m is constant for a fixed mass of an ideal gas, mass m is constant, and temperature is of the gas is constant, then the pressure of the gas is inversely proportional to the volume of the gas, or the graph between pressure and volume inverse will be a straight line. Hence the correct option is answer B. We can write E equal to K upon V, where K is a constant. Hence this graph between P and 1 upon V will be a straight line passing through the origin. The correct answer is D. Question number 5. The temperature of an ideal gas of pressure 200 kPa is increased from 27 degrees centigrade to 54 degrees centigrade at the constant volume, which is the best estimate for the new pressure of the gas. Okay, here initial pressure is given as P1 will be equal to 200 kPa, or that can be written as 400 multiplied by 10 raised to power 3 Pascal. Initial temperature of the ideal gas is given as T1 will be equal to 27 degree centigrade plus 273, that becomes 300 Kelvin. Since temperature is absolute temperature and final temperature T2 is given as 54 degree centigrade, that becomes 54 plus 273, that is equal to 327 Kelvin. We want to calculate the final pressure P2. Since volume of the gas is constant, hence the pressure P will be directly proportional to the temperature of the gas. We can write P1 upon T1 will be equal to P2 upon T2, since P is directly proportional to T. Or we can write P2 will be equal to T2 upon T1 multiplied by P1. On putting the value of T2, T1 and P1, we can calculate the P2. Hence, P2 will be equal to 327 divided by 300 multiplied by 200 into 10 raised to power 3. After calculating this, P2 will be equal to approximately 220 kPa. Hence, the correct answer is answer A. Next question, question number 6. A container of an ideal gas that is isolated from its surrounding, divided in two parts. One part has the double the volume of other. The pressure in each part is P and the temperature is same. The portion is removed. What is the pressure in the container? No. Okay. The question is that there are two containers. First container has volume V and other container has volume twice. So here pressure is P and here pressure is also P. The temperature of the container is constant. If this partition is removed, we want to calculate new pressure in the container. Okay, the new pressure in the container will be Pt, that will be equal to P initial pressure multiplied by volume of first portion, that is V, plus initial pressure of second portion multiplied by volume of second portion, that is 2V, divided by V plus 2V. Or we can write final pressure Pt will be equal to the initial pressure P, and the correct answer is answer A. Question number 7. The next question is question number 7. Different quantities of two ideal gases X and Y are kept at the same temperature. which of the following is a correct comparison of average kinetic energy and internal energy of two gases? Okay, the average kinetic energy per molecule of the gas can be written as K will be equal to 3 by 2 Kb multiplied by T, where Kb is the Boltzmann constant and T is the absolute temperature of the gas. Since Kb is constant, hence kinetic energy is directly proportional to the absolute temperature of the gas. Since temperature is constant, hence average kinetic energy for both the gases will be same. Also, internal energy U of the gas will be equal to number of moles or number of molecules multiplied by T. Since X and Y have different masses, hence number of molecules in both the gases will be different. That is, Nx will not be equal to Ny. Hence, we can write Ux will not be equal to Uy. That is, kinetic energy is same for the gases, but internal energy will be different. Hence, correct answer is option B here. The next question is question number 8. The temperature of an ideal gas is doubled. The average speed of the molecule increased by a factor of which? Since the kinetic energy or average kinetic energy of an ideal gas is directly proportional to T, it means the average speed half mv average square is directly proportional to T. Since m is constant, implies that V average is directly proportional to the square root of absolute temperature T. When temperature is T, let average velocity is V. Average velocity V average will be V when temperature is T. So we can write V average upon V dash average will be equal to under root of T divided by under root of 2T. Okay. Since temperature becomes double, the final temperature will be 2T. On solving, we can write the final average speed of the molecules V average dash will be equal to 2 times the V average square root 2 times the V average or under root 2 of V. The correct answer is here is A. Question number 9. Two ideal gases X and Y are kept at the same temperature. The temperature of both gases is same. Gas X has molar mass mx and gas Y has molar mass my. The gas X has molar mass mu x and gas Y has molar mass mu y. The ratio of average speed of the molecule of gas to that of gas Y is, since again V average is directly proportional to the under root of T by m. Hence we can write for gas X Px will be equal to some constant K multiplied by under root of T by mu x. And for gas Y, Vy will be equal to some constant K multiplied by under root of T upon mu y. This is equation first and this is equation second. On dividing first with the second, we can write Vx upon Vy will be equal to under root of mu y upon 2x. Okay. The correct answer is answer D. Question number 10. This is the last question of this chapter. The pressure of fixed quantity of an ideal gas is doubled. The mass of the gas is fixed. The average speed of the molecule is also doubled. The original density of the gas is rho, which is the new density of the gas. Since mass is fixed for a given gas and pressure is doubled, hence T becomes 4 times. T becomes 4 times. Okay. Since average speed V average is directly proportional to the under root of absolute temperature of the gas, the pressure of the gas is doubled. The average speed of the molecule is also doubled. Since the average speed depends only on the temperature, as V average is doubled, implies that temperature T becomes 4 times of the initial temperature. 4 times of initial temperature. Okay. So here the data given is P becomes 2P and T becomes 4. Okay. Since for an ideal gas, the ideal gas equation is PV upon T will be a constant. Implies that P1 upon T1 will be equal to P2 V2 upon T2, or we can write P into V upon T will be equal to 2P into V dash, where V dash is the new volume of the gas, upon 4T. Or we can write V dash will be equal to twice of initial volume V. Implies that V is doubled. V is also doubled. The new density of the gas will be rho dash. Rho dash will be equal to mass of the gas divided by the new volume V dash. Since mass of the gas is constant, hence rho dash will be equal to m upon twice of V. That becomes 1 upon 2 rho. Okay. The final density of the gas will be equal to half of the initial density. In this case, density is decreasing, and the correct option is answer A. So we have solved the total chapter of chapter number 3. For more such type of videos, keep watching our channel. Thank you for watching.